We've all been there, young, rebellious, thinking the rules don't apply to us. But for some teenagers, this attitude goes from harmless fun to real trouble when the police get involved. Today we're diving into the stories of teens who pushed their limits, ran straight into the law, and found out exactly where that path leads. On July 25, 2023, a suspended high school student learned firsthand that actions have consequences. Officers were called to her school because she refused to leave the premises after being suspended, setting off a chain of events that took this routine school matter to a whole new level.
So she's walking wherever she wants. She's on the phone with mom, and she's suspended.
Okay, where are you trying to get her to?
I want her in Lippa's office. At this point now, she needs to go to the front office.
All right. I'm gonna tell. This is what I'm gonna tell you, okay?
You probably need to give the phone over to Corporal so he can talk to it.
It all started with the girl ignoring school staff, wandering the halls as if she owned the place, and chatting on the phone with her mother, ignoring repeated instructions to head to the office. The officer approached her calmly, reminding her that she was, in fact, suspended and not allowed to stay on campus. But this was met with immediate defiance.
Mom, or I can talk to mom.
Either we go to the front office or they've already said, all right, they've already said you're suspended, so if you go in that building, I'm going to put you in
Bro, they're literally on me right now. Back the up!
All right, nope.
Off me, bro! Get off me!
Stop.
Get the off me!
Stop.
Get off of me! Ooh! Oh my! Get the off of me!
When the officer decided enough was enough and moved to escort her off the premises, things escalated quickly. The girl, who was now in full defiance mode, resisted. The struggle began, with the officer trying to keep her contained as she kicked and swung in an attempt to break free.
You need to stop. You need to stop. Fast.
Off of me! Off of me!
Stop.
You need to stop. You need to stop. You need to stop.
Get the off of me! Ow, he's literally banging my head off!
Stop.
Get the off of me!
Stop resisting.
Get the off! He needs to get off of me, bro. I just banged the out of my head! He just got banged the fuck out of my head! Get the off of me!
Stop.
Now, keep in mind, this wasn't just some casual resistance. She actively fought the officer, lashing out and screaming at the top of her lungs, creating a scene right in the middle of the school. Other students and staff couldn't help but stare as the confrontation became louder and more physical.
Get the off of
Get
me!
on your
I'm not doing
stomach. Get on your stomach.
He needs to get off of me. He's
Get
literally-
on your stomach.
Get the off of me! He's literally banged the my head. Get me the off the ground! Get the fuck off of me,
This
bro.
whole thing is unnecessary.
He said, no, my mom is calling me. Stop.
You told you were suspended. You were asked to go to the front office. You were asked to go to the front office.
Off of me. Get the off of me, bro. You're weird. Get the off of me. No, get the off. Off of me. I don't give a listen, stop touching
All right, get on
me.
your
You're
stomach.
literally touching me right now, dog.
Your stomach.
Off of me.
The officer, trying to maintain control, repeatedly told her to stop resisting and get on her stomach so he could safely restrain her, but she wasn't having any of it, yelling that he needed to get off of her, and even swearing she wouldn't comply until her mom arrived.
You're resisting him. And this is
You need to get the off of me. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Please get off me. I don't like it. I can't breathe. I really don't like it. Okay, I'll get up. Just please stop. Okay, I'll get the
Put your hands behind your back.
I'm not getting on the floor. Pick me up and I'll put them behind my back. I will once I get the up.
That's not going to be a choice.
Oh my God, I'm not going on my back. He just literally handcuffed me.
Get me your arms.
I'm
No,
standing
you're not getting up. Your hands behind your back.
up. I'm gonna stand the up. What the gonna do?
No, I said no.
I don't give a you handcuff me. No one's taking it that serious, nigga. Throw this up. Y'all are so unnecessary. Y'all all in my
Just as the situation was beginning to seem unmanageable, backup officers arrived. Meanwhile, her mother finally appeared, marching through the hallway toward her daughter, Hopefully, the mom would step in, take her daughter by the arm, and calm things down.
Alright, I'm gonna go down here, take a right, and then take a left. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take these off you. You're going to put your hand on top of your head afterwards, okay?
With extra officers now on the scene, they moved to transport the girl to a local juvenile detention center. She continued to resist and argue, but the officers had enough support to finally get her under control. They took extra care to make sure she understood her rights and the consequences of her actions, but it didn't seem like she was in a listening mood.
We can put different ones on.
Go to SSG 121.
That hand on top of your head. Put it on top of your head first.
How do I do it?
That one on top of your head also? Or
So, do you want to take your bracelets off and leave them with your mom, or do you want them to go with you?
You want to take them?
What about your necklace?
Did they take it off?
yeah, they're gonna make you take all that off. We'll give it to mom.
And you got some anklets?
I can't take off my
Okay, I got you. You're not gonna fall. Is that it?
Yeah, that one can't come off.
Okay.
Those can't come off.
You better shove your nose ring all the way up in there.
What? They take off the nose ring?
They might, I don't know.
They probably will make you take it off.
Shove it in there.
Okay, let's take it off.
You already have the PC I gave you, right?
You have anything in your pockets? What's this?
Can you give me an apple? $100 in there.
Okay, fair enough. Just gonna make sure you don't have anything in your pockets, okay?
I think there's a mint in there.
A mint?
There's two of them.
A what?
A mint.
Like a Tic Tac or a mint?
Mentos.
Whoops.
All the things you took from me?
Once in custody, they asked if she wanted to leave her personal items, like her jewelry, with her mom, or take them with her to the center. Showing a brief moment of calm, she decided to leave her bracelets and other accessories behind.
Yeah, there's another one right here. Like you got a necklace? Or a rubber band?
203, reference for 20. I'm going to go ahead and get you started that way.
Hell.
Verify that's the signal for within an 81-year-old male conscious breathing.
Like I said, they'll call you here in a little bit to come pick her up. Like I said,
Okay.
that's if she doesn't point out. I cannot imagine with this being her first arrest that she would point out.
Okay.
As the officers finally prepared to transport her, one officer mentioned that this being her first offense, she likely wouldn't stay in detention long. They reassured her mom that she'd probably get a call soon to pick her daughter up, but the gravity of what had just unfolded was clear.
So no promises because I don't have the sheet in front of me, but I could not imagine her going to JDC, so they'll most likely be calling you to pick her up today.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
And then can I have you come back in with me so we can get
Yeah.
the rest of the paperwork? Can you let me back in?
All right.
In the end, this rebellious teen faced a serious charge: battery on a law enforcement officer. It was a hefty price to pay for refusing to leave the school when she was asked, and it left her mom with no choice but to come face to face with her daughter's defiance. It's Onalaska, Wisconsin, where teenage obsession and a bizarre break-in lead to a dangerous game of hide-and-seek with the police. In early September 2022, the quiet town of Onalaska, Wisconsin, found itself in the middle of a nightmare. It all started with a call to the police about an attack inside a seemingly safe neighborhood home. The police knew it was serious from the start, but as the details emerged, it became clear that this was no ordinary disturbance. A 15-year-old girl had been attacked by someone she thought she could trust, and it was only the beginning of a night none of them would forget. The story starts with this young girl spending an evening with her 17-year-old friend, Austin Bailey. Austin had always had feelings for her, intense feelings, but for her, Austin was firmly in the friend zone. After a casual hangout, he dropped her off at her house, and everything seemed fine. But later, a shocking discovery turned her world upside down.
Earlier that evening, a 15-year-old girl had been spending time with 17-year-old Austin Bailey. She was aware that Austin had strong feelings for her, but she did not feel the same way and saw him only as a friend.
The girl's friend sent her a message about something Austin had been keeping from her. a folder labeled Love of My Life, filled with photos of her, sleeping. Creepy, right? Imagine the shock and horror she must have felt realizing that Austin had been sneaking photos of her while she was unaware. Feeling violated, she immediately texted Austin, demanding he leave her alone and delete her number. Austin apologized, but it wasn't enough. She wanted nothing to do with him.
After he had dropped her off at home, she discovered from a friend that Austin had been secretly taking photos of her while she was asleep in her bed and storing them in a folder labeled Love of My Life. Realizing his obsession with her, she texted Austin and told him not to contact her again, to which he responded with an apology. She then told him to lose her number.
But Austin was obsessed. He didn't take no for an answer. Later that night, driven by who knows what, he returned to her house. This time, he wasn't there just to apologize or talk things over. He entered her room through a window and launched a violent attack on her, knife in hand.
I got the 40, I'll grab it.
318, myself at 19 around scene.
Watch out, dude. We're dealing with him.
In a panic, she managed to escape, and Austin fled the scene, leaving her with several cuts and a terrifying memory she'd never forget. Officers rushed to her home, where they found her covered in blood, struggling to stay conscious. Her injuries, thankfully, weren't life-threatening, but the cuts on her head, neck, and hand were serious. Police decided to get her medical attention right away, but they also had to protect her in case Austin tried to come back.
They said he's not in there, so let's make sure he's not around here. I got less lethal, so I want to make sure I got some lethal cover if he pops up.
Come check this way.
318, he also usually wears glasses. Sometimes has a baseball cap on.
They subsequently made contact with the girl, who had all over her face, arms, and body.
314, let's get first responders in here. She's getting dizzy. She's got a couple of cuts. We're gonna need to protect these guys out here when they get here for her. We don't have a choice. We need to get her help, but we gotta protect these guys when they get here too. I don't know where the he is. You guys gotta be careful. We don't know where he is. So we're gonna stay here with you guys. She needs help. We couldn't wait. Okay. Doing that one. She's in the kitchen on a chair. Okay.
While officers treated the scene and tended to her, the search for Austin began. But this wasn't his first run-in with the police. Austin was no stranger to hiding, dodging, and ducking law enforcement. In fact, officers who had dealt with him before warned each other to be extra cautious. Austin knew how to avoid getting caught, slipping in and out of sight whenever they got close.
So we don't know where he is, but we want to get you guys in here. You guys gotta be careful. We don't know where he is yet, so we're hanging out. She's got a real bad one to the pinky. She's got one on the head, and she's got one in the neck. She said the one in the neck's not bad. She's got pressure on all the other ones. We gotta cover these guys.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was just thinking too.
You want to do rifle or handgun right now?
You might as well stick rifle. Well, I've got less lethal, and if we get him stood, that's fine, but
14 to 19 are going to be coming out with her shortly.
Okay, I'm still good out here. Just been spinning on circles.
Hours passed, and despite their efforts, police couldn't locate Austin. They checked his usual hangouts, and even spoke to his mother, who was horrified to learn what he'd done. She couldn't believe the situation, and urged the officers to find him, saying that she fully supported their efforts.
Working our way up to it.
I think he cut himself. That's her blood. Yeah, but why? She had blood all over her head.
318, just information for the other units who might be checking. He possibly might be going to an apartment on Street as well.
I think I'm okay for photographs. You want to run through the room with the...
Are you sure that he went out the window?
Yeah, I checked the house already. I wonder if she was asleep. I mean, I really didn't get to interview her. So, here's going to be the deal with trying to find him, right? Last week when he was doing the running around town stuff, he said he saw me a bunch of times when I was looking for him.
He would just run.
He just knows to duck and dive and dodge. And I don't know where to go now since everybody else has been cruising around. You think he's still close? I would imagine he's probably still right around here somewhere. Could have just hopped on the bike trail and gone either direction. How old is this kid? 17.
318.
The night wore on, and officers got a break when they managed to call Austin on his cell phone. He sounded exhausted, shaken, and defeated, but he refused to tell them where he was. In their conversations, he rambled, making alarming comments and even suggesting that he might try to provoke a fatal confrontation with the police. This wasn't a bluff. Austin was spiraling, and they knew they had to find him before he hurt himself. Or someone else.
talk to him? Hey, Austin, you okay, buddy? No? What's going on, man? Where you at? Why not? Yeah? She's gonna be okay.
319 has him on the phone, trying to figure out where he's at.
Where are you, buddy? You remember me? Dude, it's me from last week, all right? I know. It's me from last week, buddy. It's Officer Kingery. Okay, cool. Well, let's end this a good way then, huh? Yeah, this ain't the end of the world, man. She's gonna be okay. You're okay too yet. I couldn't hear you, sorry.
I just her.
She's gonna be okay, Austin. Okay, that's the important part right now. She'll be all right. We got her help, and she's okay.
Bro, I f***ing her. What don't you get?
I know, man. I know
I've
what.
been away for a long time, bro. I'm 17. I'm trying as an adult.
I know how you feel right now, but but Austin, you and I, what we don't want to do is make this any worse than it is, okay? Right now, it's not the end of the world.
Nuclear with it.
Okay.
I say go nuclear with it. Cause what the fuck now? What if I got to lose now? My whole life just got thrown away.
Where are you
So,
at,
fuck
dude?
it.
Where can I find you instead of somebody else finding you? I would rather
I'd
talk to
someone
you.
else find me if I'm being honest.
I know. I don't want that to happen, though. I would rather me and you talk and we get this hashed out, man.
Finally, Austin agreed to meet the officers at the high school, a familiar spot where they'd met with him during a prior incident. The officers knew this was a critical moment. Any misstep could spook Austin and send him back into hiding. They devised a careful plan, setting up the scene with minimal officers in sight to keep him calm.
He won't tell me where he is. He's definitely outdoors walking somewhere. He won't meet me anywhere. He's making threats of by cop again. He sounded pretty convincing. If we find him,
Yeah, I believe him.
it's gonna happen. You know, and normally in this situation we could just let him cool off. But
Yeah, but not like that.
Not
We can't even let him go home.
not with this. One of us should have a less lethal out.
Probably. I wonder if we should try calling him back. I think that'll just piss him off even more.
I don't know. It's a nightmare, the location. Absolute nightmare. Should I call him again?
I'll try.
319. Can you note I tried to call, no answer. He won't tell me where he is. Remember what he was like last week?
Yeah.
He's
Way out of
he's
it.
way above it. He remembered me though.
318 myself and 119 will head up.
Hey man, it's me again. You alright?
If you're asking if I'm safe, yeah.
Okay.
No.
What can we do, man? How can we handle this?
Can we have him back on the phone? What did he say?
He said he's safe right now. Whatever that means.
Hello.
Hey, will you meet with me somewhere, Austin?
No.
You gotta get yourself turned in, buddy. Okay?
I'm either way.
Well,
Let me enjoy a little bit of freedom for another hour or so.
will you meet
That's all I ever had.
will you meet with me somewhere at least? Tell me where you are and I'll come meet with you.
Dude, I don't trust people right now.
I understand
don't trust
that.
the police.
Yeah, I understand that. Me and you got history, right, bud? I mean, I was.
Good history.
We do. You and I do. You and some of the other cops don't, but you and I do. I treated you like a man last week. Remember?
Don't. Fuck that guy.
Sure. But I treated you like a man last week. Remember? I didn't throw you in my car and stuff you.
Really nice to me. Holy shit.
I know, dude. I just want to handle this, me and you.
We both know that's not how it's gonna happen.
It's got to, man. It's the only way this ends a good way.
Dude, there is no good way.
There's the way that we have right now, and then there's a bad way. And what we have right now is not the end of the world.
Dude, I'm going to prison for a long time.
I told you she's gonna be fine.
I will never be able to purchase firearms. I will never be able to get a good job. I just threw my life away. Dude, I don't think you understand.
You pick the spot, and I'll meet you there. Tell me where you're at, and I'll find you.
Meet me at the high school.
At the high school?
West High School.
Was that the same spot we were last time at the flagpole?
I would have them stay away for a minute. That's kind of a tricky thing to do, though.
I need people.
I need people.
It can't be just me and you.
They're gonna have to sit like a block or two away.
He's agreeing to meet with me up at the high school. But if we have 6 squad cars fly in there all at the same time before I get there, he's probably not going to do it. Probably the same place we met with him last week.
I copy. I'll head over there.
You're gonna ride in the same car since like 2 spots. I'll park over by.
I'm out with the subject here at Quincy and staff. I don't know that it's him.
I don't know what this guy looks like.
He looks like
I know him.
a trailer park boy. That's the best way I could say it. Like a guy that works in a mechanic shop.
Nope, that's not him. Yep, I saw him. 318, that's not going to be him. If 108 and 512 want to stay in this area, just in case that ping comes back the same.
But when they arrived at the high school, Austin was nowhere to be found. Just as the officers were beginning to think he'd slipped through their fingers once again, dispatch received a 911 call. The caller, who quickly hung up, claimed to know Austin's location and mentioned that he was near some apartments by Quincy Street. Racing to the scene, officers spotted him attempting to flee on foot, and a deputy immediately drew his gun.
We're getting a call now that he's at the Quincy Street Apartments. We're trying to get exact apartment in the building. I'm not sure who it is. We're getting a call about it, but they just hung up on us.
I could see him calling and saying he's up there.
It said outside the Quincy Street Apartments, now running, and the caller hung up.
I'm gonna stay.
I'll stay here.
A deputy who stayed at the location advised they had found Austin and had him at gunpoint after he tried to flee on foot.
108, where's your truck? 108, we got him outside those apartments. He's running southbound.
I'll go to Bluebird. I might go with you.
Going heading southwest.
Austin was cornered, nowhere left to run, yet he held a knife tightly in his right hand. As officers surrounded him, they pleaded with him to drop the weapon and surrender. The situation was escalating fast, and tensions were high.
Hey, look at me and keep talking to me, okay? No, I'm good. Drop the knife.
Austin, drop the knife, man. Just drop the knife, man. Drop the knife.
No, give me.
Austin, drop the knife.
Yeah, I'll stab myself. Either way, I'm gonna... Stop.
Stop. Drop the knife, Austin.
Looks like we got a little f***ing audience, all these other people.
Drop the knife, Austin.
Austin, man, let's talk about it.
What's there to talk about?
Austin, drop the knife.
How many times did you say that?
What a lot.
Can you at least just sit and take a breath for a little bit? No, I'm good. We'll back up. Just sit down for a second. Take a breath, okay? You just need to stop and think for a minute, okay? Because I'm trying to do, but my mind just keeps drawing a blank. So.
Richie, you ready if you need to move up?
It's not over. You're 17. Let's talk about it.
No, it's not.
Can you just drop the knife so we can talk, man?
You cover me, Richie, so I can talk to him? Okay. Hey, bud. Hey, buddy, it's me.
Yeah.
Okay? You okay?
What do you think?
I know things aren't good right now, but like we talking on the phone, dude, okay? We gotta stop it now. Like we said, it's not the end of the world right now. She's gonna be okay. She's fine. This has gotta be it though, Austin, okay?
314. Stage medical at the middle school.
Just put that thing down, okay? Please. Who's got less? One? Just one? We got two less lethals? That's... Travis, you wanna come over here? Or no?
In a desperate attempt to end the standoff safely, one of the officers fired a less lethal round at Austin, hitting him squarely in the leg. The round caused him to drop the knife and allowed the officers to rush in and handcuff him, finally ending the chase. As they took him into custody, Austin admitted he was in pain, but his main complaint? His phone had taken most of the impact from the round, and he was mad that it was probably ruined.
Impact!
Oh my...
Drop the knife! Drop it! Drop the knife!
It is dropped. Your attack dog being put to good use, I see. It's training. Holy fuck.
319. Leslie deployed, shot. First responders, please. To, I think we're at, what, 510? We're 95.
You got anything else on you?
I got my keys, my wallet.
You got any other knives, any needles,
No.
anything that's gonna poke, stick, or stab me?
No, just the one.
Did somebody pick that up?
Yeah, that's right.
You got it? All right.
With Austin finally in custody, the officers could breathe a sigh of relief. But for Austin, reality was starting to sink in. On the way to the hospital, he confided in the officers, expressing regret and despair about his future.
Same incident?
What's that?
Same incident.
Yeah, this is the guy. Austin, any drugs or alcohol tonight, just so I can tell these guys no? No? Okay.
You'll have to talk to her. I couldn't get a lot out of her because we were trying to get her out of into the ambulance.
Okay.
It sounds like she wasn't even, like he went through the window where she wasn't even paying attention, so
Yeah.
I don't know what she's going to say.
You're sure you're not hurt anywhere else? It's just the leg? Okay.
Doesn't really hurt anymore.
No?
Kind of like...
Okay. I think we're still gonna get you looked at though, alright?
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That's awesome.
Ow.
Yeah. Just you can just stay sitting up for now.
I'm going to go call mom, let her know that he's going to the hospital and in jail.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
You go down Alaska High?
I did.
Drop out or what?
That's fine.
Oh, okay.
I ain't even got shit going for him. Not some cute little white girl that can get away with everything. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean it. Get away then. Yeah, I went up for what I did. Can get, if I'm lucky, probably 20 years.
I read Miranda. He wouldn't talk, but as I was talking to him, he would say shit. Be like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I loved her.
In the end, Austin was charged with attempted first-degree intentional homicide and armed burglary. His bail was set at $50,000, and a year later, he pled no contest to attempted homicide. The other charges were dismissed but remained part of his record. His sentence, 16 years in Wisconsin State Prison, followed by 4 years of supervision.